Hello there, I'm Tommy. This video is going to be a small tutorial about SketchUp. I'm not going to go into deep, but I'm going to show you some hints and tips about making your own models. First of all, you need to download, and I'm going to link this in the description. I'm using SketchUp Make 2017 because it's free, so there is no excuse not to try it on your own. And I'm using Windows, and this is the Mac version. The only thing you need to do is register your email. And after downloading and installing it, you end up here. As you can see, I'm filming this with my camera. Because of reasons unknown, these menus doesn't show up on OBS Studio. And I'm going to start here with the preferences and template. And this is where you're going to choose between meters or feet, inches or millimeters. And I'm going to use meters. And these tools, you have view, toolbars, and large tool set. This is the only one I'm checking off in the tools. And the warehouse. I'm going to show you about that later. And also, if you look, these lines, these outlines are pretty rough. So I like to go to view, edge style, keep the edges, but remove the profiles. Then the edges are going to be thinner and look prettier. I'm using my scroll wheel to zoom and pushing the scroll wheel down to turn around. All this you can do in the settings if you want to scroll or not. So here you have new, open. This is for files. You have all these menus. And just check it out on your own. The simplest bit is to learn is just to push and try everything. I'm not using all myself, so just try it out. This is the first part. I'm going to switch over to OBS. I'm going to see you in 1 second. And here we are. First of all, let me go back a few seconds. I forgot about these tool buttons. When you first start SketchUp, these tool buttons are big, like this one. And I don't like that, because you don't get everyone. So on the top menu, which you don't see now, we have view, and on the top there is toolbars, and then we have toolbars and options, and under that option we have large icons. Just uncheck that large icons, and everything looks better. So those tools are paint and erase. We have draw buttons. There are line, square, circle, polygons, and arcs. Here's the move buttons with the move, rotate, push and pull, outline. Here is the dimension and text. Here is how to see things and view things and everything. And here is the warehouse. I'm not going to go into all this. The best thing is if you just play around and see what happens. But we can start with the most basic ones, like movement. On the scroll wheel on the mouse, this is the zooming. And if you press that scroll wheel down, you move around like this. And if you also push the shift button at the same time, you move like this. So just play around with everything. We also have, if you have zoomed too far out, you have that zoom extend button, and everything you have is popping into view. So let's just start with a simple line. When you draw a line, it pops into this red, green, and blue axis, X, Y, and Z. And if you want a specific length to it, just enter. Let's say 4 meters. 4 meters and 62 centimeters. Enter. Then it's 462. If you want, let's say 3 meters 76 wide, you can go back to this one. If you want to have the same length again, just hold it over here so it says endpoint, and you can draw. You see it follows that point there. and go back, or you can go to the midpoint of the edge. This is magnetic, or what you call it. When you close it, you get a surface. And if you take this push-pull thing, you can make a box. And every time you do this, you can choose whatever you want from measurements. 1 meter higher, just press one enter. You want it 1 meter and 26 lower, just press that. Just click it and take it the direction you want it, and then press the measurement. So you can do almost everything you like. If you take a line around this corner, you can shove it all the way back to the edge and look at the slanted corner. You can take this offset and make everything just the way we want it. And everywhere, just if you want to go anywhere, just enter this dimensions distance down in the corner here. And if you click one time, you highlight either a surface or an edge or anything. One click. If you double click, you highlight the surface and the connected edges wherever you are. If you triple click, you highlight everything that's connected to that part. Let's just move it away. Yeah, move. Instead of just go here and click move, you can just press M, the short key for M, move. And you don't need to click on the object to move it. As long as it's highlighted, you can click anywhere. And then again, if you want to move it 5 meters, just press 5 and enter. If you want to have a different scale on it, the short key is S. And you can make it flatter or higher. Go this direction. You can take it uniform like this, say half size, 0.5, or back to double size, 2. You can mirror it, -1. So you can do pretty much everything you like to. You can take a circle here. You can push it all the way through, down here. But if you stop and attach to the edge like this, you get a hole in it. So just again, play around. If you press Ctrl and Z, just like in Windows, you go back. And you have so much things you can do here. But let us get more into this flat Earth thing. Let's get rid of him first. To make a curvature model, you need to go to this arc. Draw arc from center and 2 points. And if you see down here, 12 sides. This is not enough. At least 36 to make a smooth model. Enter. Go to the center, origin. Click once. And make a line. Now you see the length down in the corner here. 12.06. Keep it at the green axis and press the radius of the Earth. That's 6,371 kilometers. So it's 1,000 meters. 6,371,000 or kilometers. Enter. Now it says angle. To make the Earth, we need a section of the Earth. We just need 1 degree of angle. 1 and enter. Now it disappears. If we take that zoom extent here, it pops back into view. This is a section of the Earth. This is 111 kilometers long. This is 1-to-1 size of the Earth. 69 miles or 111 kilometers. 111 kilometers, 193 meters and 52 centimeters. But what we want to do is make a, let's see, surface endpoint here, blue axis, and let's make this 1 kilometer, 2 kilometers wide, 2,000 meters. And now we go to the green axis. This is just the depth, just to make a model. So 100 meters will do. And back down, the same 2 kilometers on the blue axis. And just end it up here. Now we have this surface. Just make sure you rotate this so you see the end of this. Now we take this follow me tool. Just click this surface when it's a lot of dots on it. Click it and draw the line all the way to the end here and click again. Now we have a section of the Earth. Triple click it, right click and make group. Not make component, but make group. Halfway down this menu that you don't see now. Make group. Then it's one solid object. But we can't have it this way, so we need to rotate it. So just attach it down to the corner. Click it there. Click it up here. And just press 90, enter. And again, down in this corner with the blue, if you see here, the red and blue, we need to have the blue. Click in the corner and down here and rotate 90, enter. And now let's move it back to the origin. Take this top corner. Zoom out. This is going to be big because it's the Earth. And attach it to origin. Now we have this section of the Earth. But we need something to compare with, because we just cannot say that this is the Earth and this is how it is. So for everyone to be happy, we need to make a flat Earth next to it. And to do that, we make a rectangle. Just start in this corner, take it up to that corner, select, double click it, press the M for move, click anywhere and just move it somewhere around here. So you have them side by side. Let's say 3 kilometers. If you have this 3 kilometers, you have a fixed distance that we can work with later. If you go around, take this push-pull, highlight this, click on it and zoom out and click here. Now these two are the same size, the same length, the same everything. One is flat, the other one is curved. Triple click it, right click, make group. Now we can take zoom extents again. Now we have two identical surfaces. One is curved and one is flat. two different objects. Now, if we need an observer height, these mountains that have been on YouTube lately, Mount St. Helens and the other one, I don't remember all the dimensions, but that's not a big deal. Let's make an observation point. Just start anywhere up here on the edge, and we make that's 900. Let's say 1000. To make the width, we need that semicolon, or what you call it, this one, by say 200, like that. We can double click it, move midpoint, and move it to the midpoint here, like this. Let's say that's 500 meters high. Triple click, right click, make group. Now, this the observation point is the same of the same models, of course. So when you have this highlighted, press M for move, and this is the intersection. That's the midpoint. Click one time, and now you see move it here. But press Control once, and now you have a copy of it. Midpoint. Now you have two identical observation points. And then we need some mountains. Let's say we have... this is actually better to do on the flat, because if you go too far here, you lose that blue square, so it goes black. Now you don't have the flat anymore. So make it on the flat surface. Let's say we have 1000 meters, sorry, by 250. And the first mountain is, what should we do? Say 750 meters. Triple click it, make group. Now we need to move it, first of all, for getting the correct measurements, back to 0. And we need to move it the correct, sorry, 0 is of course here, because we've been moving it down this curved surface. Let's say about halfway down, 40,000 meters. Down to there. But now we moved on the green axis, and of course we need to move it down to the surface. We can move it over here first, so it's Control 3000. Move, take this corner and move it down on the blue axis, like this, and now it's pops down and attached to the surface right there. Click it. And we need another mountain, backwards. Another square. 1000 by 250. Let's say this is 1100 meters. Triple click, right click, make group. And back to midpoint here. And we can move it 100,000 meters. and over to this other model, move, control 3000, and down to the blue axis, on the blue axis, to where it attaches to the surface. If you see now in the corner, you see 760 meters. We move that mountain 760.78 meters down. If you go back to the start here, now you see on this model the mountain is lower. On this model it's the same height, about the same height. This is the difference between flat and sphere. And if you want to measure the difference, just make a line from one here straight out on the red axis from anywhere. Just press escape, and then you move, make a line from here and up on the blue axis to the edge. And now you see it says 760.78. This is the droppity. This is the difference in sphere and flat. Control C, get away. So this is the basic way to make this model. Of course, this distances and dimension of the mountains, or anything like this. What do you call it? Was it Miles David who had this mount? Sorry, I'm not remember. In England, you have different sizes and different dimensions to everything. So everything here needs to be correctly input. That was basic SketchUp 101. If you want to see something else, just let me know. But this is as basic as it gets if you want to make a sphere Earth model of it. So, thanks for watching. Please let me know if there's something you want to see. Goodbye.